In the previous lecture, we have seen the categorization of display devices into CRT based display devices and non-CRT based display devices. The examples of CRT based display devices are DVST, random scan and raster scan display device, whereas the examples of non-CRT based display devices are LCD, LED, plasma, etc. Then we have classified the CRT based display devices into two categories, that is point based display device and line based display devices. So the examples of line based display devices are DVST and random scan. Now today we are going to see the point based display devices, that is raster scan display device. So first we'll see the components of raster scan display device. So the components of raster scan display devices is very similar to that of random scan display devices, that is memory, controller and the screen. So it similar to random scan display device, raster scan display device also contains buffer, that is memory, then it contains controller, and then screen. The function of buffer is to store the information of a screen into this memory location. So the function of buffer is to store the information of a screen, and the function of controller is to transfer. Since the random scan and raster scan display devices are coated with short persistent phosphor coating, that means when the electron beam strikes the phosphor coating, that point eliminates for some milliseconds and then it diminishes. So the information has to be sent constantly, so that point would look continuously appearing on a screen. So the transfer rate, the normal transfer rate of this controller to transfer the information from a memory to screen is about 50 to 60 times in a second. So the transfer rate is denoted in terms of frequency, so that is 50 to 60 hertz. So 50 to 60 hertz is the transfer rate of this controller from memory to the screen. The only difference in the working of raster scan with that of a random scan is that in raster scan display device, the screen is divided into small number of discrete cells. The entire screen is divided into small number of discrete cells. So here you can see that the entire screen is divided into small number of cells, discrete cells, and this cell is called as pixel. Each cell is called as pixel. Okay. Now in this raster scan display device, the electron beam scans the entire screen from top left corner to the bottom right corner in this manner. So if this is a screen, then the electron beam scans the entire screen from, it starts from this side, So it scans the screen. It starts from this point. This is the start point. This is the start point, and it goes to right side. Then this electron beam is off condition till it reaches this point. Again it scans the next pixel row. Then the electron beam gets off. Then it scans the third pixel row. Then the electron beam gets off. Then it scans the fourth pixel row, and like that it scans the entire screen. And as per the information stored in the memory, it goes on eliminating the pixels so that a desired entity would appear on a screen. For example, if we have to draw a line on this screen, and these are the pixels which are to be eliminated. So this is, say, the start point of my line, that is XA. This is point A, this is point B. This is the start point coordinate XA, Y, and this is the end point coordinate as XB, YB. And from the start point to end point, these are the pixels which are to be illuminated so that a desired line would appear on a screen. So while scanning, the electron beam gets switch on at this position, and it strikes to this point of a phosphor coating and it eliminates. And this information is stored in the buffer memory, and every time, because it scans the entire screen for 50 to 60 times in a second, so every time when the electron beam reaches at this point, it gets eliminated. Then when it reaches to this point, it gets eliminated. When it reaches to this point, it eliminates. Like this, the electron beam gets switched on at these positions, and these pixels get eliminated, and a desired line appears on a screen. Okay, so this is the working of a raster scan display device. Okay, so we'll I will explain the working of this raster scan display device. This is a buffer or a memory which stores the information of the screen in this memory location. Then the controller, the function of a controller is to transfer the information from memory to a screen, and then in raster scan the entire screen is discretized into small number of discrete cells called pixels. Okay, and this raster screen is the base of all the modern display devices. Nowadays you are seeing the television or mobile phones with so much megapixel, that much megapixel. So that megapixel is nothing but the raster screen of that display device. Okay, and then there is a term called rasterization. Rasterization is a very, very important phenomena. So rasterization is nothing but selection of pixels so that a desired, it is a process. Rasterization is a process of selecting a pixel so that a desired entity appears on a screen. If I want a line from start point A and end point B, then these would be the selection of pixels. Which pixels will get eliminated so that a line called AB would appear on a screen. So that process of selecting a pixels is called rasterization. So rasterization is a process of selection of pixels so that a desired entity appears on a screen. So that is the rasterization. If I want to draw a circle, then if I want to draw a circle of 50 radius, then which would be the pixels get eliminated so that a circle of 50 radius would appear on a screen. So that selection of pixels is called rasterization. So rasterization is a process of selection of pixels so that a desired entity appears on a screen. Okay, so this is something about raster scan display device. In raster scan display device, the electron beam scans the entire screen in this zigzag manner, starting from top left corner and it goes to the bottom right corner. Okay, and this scanning takes place about 50 to 60 times in a second. So it continuously scans the screen. Okay, and if you see a screen, if you capture a TV screen with a mobile phone and then play it in slow motion, then you will see the slant patches appears. So that is because of the scanning of the entire screen. Okay, and that is called as flickering. So this is about raster scan display device.